Today, in Chapter 37 of the Yoga Vasistha, we will discuss topics such as the spark of consciousness, Sri Ram's question and the illusion of multiplicity, the science of destiny, and the cosmic dance of destiny, Kalarathri. Welcome to this explainer of absolute truth. Imagine we're sitting together right now in the ancient courts of Ayodhya. I'm your guru, Maharishi Vashishtha, and you are my brilliant disciple, Lord Rama. Let's explore the ultimate nature of reality together, shall we?
Oh, Ram, to guide you through these teachings, we're going to journey across 6 profound truths to lift that veil of ignorance from your mind. We'll start with the spark of consciousness, move through the illusion of multiplicity and choice, dive into the science of destiny and its cosmic dance, and finally, we'll ground all this wisdom right into your practical life.
So, let's jump right into Part 1, the spark of consciousness.
We pull Principle 1 directly from verses 3 and 4 of Excerpt 139. Listen to this. Just as the waves are not different from the ocean, the multiplicity of the world is but a sparkling power within the one pure consciousness. Literally, this means that the entire universe, everything you see, touch, and feel around you, is nothing but the energetic spark of the Supreme Self. It's like sparks jumping from a roaring flame. The universe is just a temporary energetic expression of something so much greater.
To really grasp this, we have to define that source, which we call pure consciousness, or Brahman. Philosophically, think of it this way. Before the universe was even created, right now while it exists, and long after it finally dissolves, only this pure, non-dual consciousness actually exists. Everything else you're perceiving, it's just a temporary manifestation popping up within it.
Now, how do you actually apply this to your daily life, Ram? Well, use this incredibly simple metaphor. Water represents pure consciousness, and the waves, they're the world. As a ruler, it's so easy to get totally distracted by the crashing waves of worldly stress, royal duties, or just the chaos of events. But you must always remember that you are the deep, undisturbed water beneath all of it. The waves are fleeting. The water is eternal.
That naturally brings us to Part 2, the illusion of multiplicity. We find this in verses 17 and 18 of Excerpt 140, right where your own brilliant mind sought some clarity. You asked me such a profound question, Ram. You basically asked, "O Guru, if consciousness is one and pure, how does the illusion of multiplicity exist? How does the one become many?" You know, that beautifully captures the ultimate doubt of literally every spiritual seeker out there trying to reconcile absolute divine oneness with the chaotic, totally divided physical world we interact with every single day.
And here is exactly how I answered you. The appearance of many is a play of avidya, or ignorance. It is the conceptualization in the mind that gives birth to the illusion of a divided world. So multiplicity is merely a projection. It's literally a shadow cast by your mind's own ignorance upon the light of absolute truth. It's just the mind's stubborn habit of conceptualizing and labeling everything that births this illusion of a separate, disconnected world.
Okay, moving on to Part 3, choice and difference.
To deeply understand how this illusion is manufactured, we really need to look at how the mind operates through the mechanism of choice. Let's break down how this illusion is built. Step 1, there is only pure consciousness. Step 2, a veil of ignorance or avya arises. Step 3, through this ignorance, the mind starts forming concepts and making attachment-driven choices. And finally, Step 4, the illusion of multiplicity appears. Philosophically, the very moment you make a choice based on personal ego or attachment, you are fragmenting the oneness of reality into this versus that.
So, the absolutely crucial point to take away here is this. Choice creates the illusion of difference. Practically speaking, O Ram, just observe your daily desires. By letting go of those obsessive, attachment-driven choices of the ego, you actually dissolve the illusion of difference. When you stop preferring one illusion over another, you finally begin to see the underlying unity in everything and everyone across your kingdom.
Let's transition now to Part 4, the science of destiny.
This is Principle 3, revealed in verses 21 and 22 of Excerpt 141. We're moving from the internal mind out to the external universe. The text says, destiny is not an external decree, but the inevitable cosmic order driven by the momentum of one's own past actions and deep-seated consciousness. The truth of this ancient verse is incredibly empowering. It means you are the sole architect of your fate. Destiny isn't written by some random external force. Instead, the cosmos is simply a mirror, logically organizing and reflecting the momentum of your very own past actions right back at you.
Let's formally define this. Destiny, known as Niyati, is essentially a self-created cosmic science. It's the unchangeable law of cause and effect governed purely by your karma. And the spiritual interpretation here is absolutely vital for a leader. Destiny is not some sort of punishment from the gods that you need to fear. No, it is a perfectly logical reflection of your own inner state. You reap exactly what you sow, all the way down to the deepest scientific level of the universe.
And that brings us to part 5, the cosmic dance of destiny.
This is Principle 4, found in verses 27 and 28 of Excerpt 142. Here we examine the grand, awe-inspiring scale of Niyati, a concept known as Kalaratri. Like sparks flying from a great fire, suns and galaxies emerge, dance in the cosmic order, and dissolve into the dark night of time. Just behold the sheer scale of this truth for a second. The universe is in constant rhythmic motion. It's a breathtaking, endless cycle of creation and destruction, where whole suns and galaxies are nothing more than tiny sparks flying from a great fire, only to eventually fade entirely into the dark night of time.
Every physical thing in existence follows these 3 exact steps: emergence from the supreme fire, the play of the cosmic dance, and eventual dissolution into Kalaratri. Philosophically, realizing that even the greatest celestial bodies are bound by this exact same dance, well, it brings immense detachment, doesn't it? Think about it. If entire galaxies are born and then dissolve back into the void, why on earth should we cling so tightly to our temporary worldly anxieties and earthly powers?
Finally, we arrive at part 6, integrating wisdom in life.
My dear disciple, let's summarize chapter 37. True spiritual knowledge is utterly useless if it can't be lived, right? So let's bind these ancient truths directly to your daily life. These are the keys to integration. They aren't just high-minded philosophies, Ram. They are highly practical tools. Use them to rule your kingdom. See the eternal water behind the chaotic waves of daily struggles. Recognize that your ego's choices actually create your perceived reality. Fully own your destiny as the echo of your own karma. And most importantly, remain calmly detached, knowing that everything is just participating in a temporary cosmic dance. Lead with this self-knowledge, and I promise you, you will never be bound by the illusion of power or crushed by the illusion of suffering.
As this explainer comes to a close, I want to leave you with one final, provocative thought to meditate upon. Will you remain tossed by the waves of illusion, or will you awaken to the infinite ocean of your own pure consciousness? Your ultimate salvation, and frankly, the peace of your entire kingdom, lies entirely in the answer you choose today. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey.